everybody, and I hope you're having a good week. So today we're going to be talking about Strength Spellbreaker. This is a favorite build of mine. I've been working on a build, and it's been a lot of fun for me. It's going well, so I'm going to show you guys the build and do a little gameplay commentary. But before that, you may have noticed that my Revenant has got some guild swag on with a cool logo on it, if I do say so myself. And that is me letting you guys know that the guild is officially up and running. Super excited for this. That was the name War Pigs, as a little nod to the channel icon, and also you could say maybe a homage to Black Sabbath, of course. So anyways, the sort of vision for this guild is it's going to be a place for noobs and veterans alike to hang out, find people to play with, talk builds, and improve their skill. I'm going to be in there offering coaching. We're going to have a guild hall with a dueling arena. I may do some giveaways at some point. And trust me when I say I've got loads of other ideas I'm sitting on, so stay tuned for those, including, here's a sneak peek, some community videos where you guys can get involved. Super excited for that. So the info will be in the description. If you enjoy the vibe of the channel, you're more than welcome to join. I would really love, though, if some Discord pros, other guild leaders, and experienced scribes join, because I need your help, and I would love to get to know you guys, because this is a level 0 guild. We're starting from scratch. If you'd like to make your name known and really leave your mark on the community, this is your chance. So I'll be in there. I'll be looking forward to meeting you guys. I'll be hanging out in there all the time. So if you enjoy the vibe of the channel, come, let's play some ATs. Let's claim a guild hall. We'll make an arena. We'll have a good time, and maybe make some videos together. So I'll see you guys in there, and let's get into the build next. So Strength Spellbreaker is not the strongest side noter. It's not as strong as Bunker Warrior. It's not as strong as Bunker Rev. You'll probably lose to both of them. So why would you play a build like this? The reason is it's the most fun and gratifying. But don't take it from me. Take it from our celebrity guest today, Kunaives.
Hi, I'm Kunaives. I'm new to Guild Wars, only 40 days played. I started on Defense Warrior, but with the advice from Homage, I stopped the Strength and won my first duel ever. Okay. That's all I got.
So Strength Spellbreaker is a long-time favorite of mine. I have been working on a build, doing a bunch of tweaking, and this is what I found to work best. So here is the build. Obviously Strength, Discipline, Spellbreaker. I think that the Strength traits are pretty locked in. I don't think you really want to change this very much. In Discipline, if you are very, very certain you're not facing any condies, you can go Destruction of the Empowered, but other than that, I would say that these are pretty locked in. Spellbreaker, I think any of these first three work, but I had a little bit of trouble surviving until I took Guard Counter to take that protection, so I like that, a little bit of survivability, because this build definitely kind of is a little bit tricky to survive on, but this helps that a little bit. So those are the traits. You can always see the weapons here whenever somebody's showing the build, but that's Staff and Greatsword. Zerker Amulet, of course. I like the Rune of the Reaper. Power, toughness, and just a little bit of precision on top brings you up to 58 before Fury. And what's nice about this particular weapon set is you get Fury off the Staff 2, and you get also Fury off of the Greatsword F1. So you have pretty good Fury uptime, and that is why I like the Zakros Relic on this build. Gives you that little bit of sustain in between mending. You don't have Adrenal Health, you don't have Might Makes Right on this particular build. So that's why the Zakros Relic is so nice, because of that high Fury uptime and you're pumping out that damage, get a little bit of sustain back. This is what I recommend. Feel free to tweak it. Of course, I'm never showing you guys a build because I think this is the very, very best. I show you a build because this is what I like to play. And everybody likes different things, so feel free to tweak it, change it, and have fun with it. So that is the build, guys. Give it a try, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so here's the gameplay portion of the video. This is just an unranked game. I think I'm against a 3-stack on the enemy team, so they play quite coordinated, which makes things a bit tricky. Don't judge my gameplay too harshly. I'm not the best Strength Spellbreaker, not the best Spellbreaker in general. I still consider myself a learner, a novice. I know a lot about the class, I've played a lot about it, but I'm definitely not the best. I'm still getting my gameplay up. So running into mid here, the team fight has gone our way, but I need to fight a enemy Vindicator. Now, I know a thing or two about Vindicator, believe it or not, and one of the things that you need to do when you're fighting them is you need to be timing your CCs in between the dodges. So I wait until after his dodge and I pull him. I wait until after he uses Shiro stuff, and then I Bull's Charge. Bull's Charge lands, get him down to 3%. And now my Rev is just going to help me to finish him off. There we go. And so you need to be watching what the enemy is doing almost more than what you are doing yourself when you're on Spellbreaker, because, well, the Spellbreaker kit is simple. It doesn't take a lot of brain power to use the skills. You know, there is some mechanical intricacies, detargeting and retargeting on Greatsword 5, Dagger F1, Dagger 2. You know, there's some mechanical complexity there, but you need to honestly be paying more mind to what the enemy is doing than what you are doing on this class, which makes it a lot different, right? Revenant is almost like Ellie, where you get so many skills, you're going to be juggling, but this one, you know, when you're fighting Revenants, you're watching for those dodges, you're watching for, you know, the Shiro dodge, and fighting Mesmers as well, you're watching for the Distort, you're watching for his ability. So I get on the Mesmer here, wait till this ability goes down, he uses 1 dodge, 2 dodge, so I wait for him to reappear. I know he has no dodges, so I free to Bull's Charge, and I can land a 17k 100 blades. So that ties into what I was saying about watching what the enemy is doing, and this, honestly, this build will make you a better Guild Wars 2 PvPer, because you need to be watching what the enemy is doing and taking note and counting dodges and things like that. Okay, so we're coming up to the enemy Guardian, and this is some sort of a bunker burn DH. But same idea here. I just wait until he blows all of his stun breaks, and then I hit a Bull's Charge, which allows me to generate that kill. I probably should not have stayed to cap this node. I probably should have ran in to try and protect my teammate there, who was getting like giga ganked. Quick pull on the Soul Beast, but he doesn't want it, so I say screw it, whatever. I will defend my node. Now I've got the enemy Mesmer and the enemy Revenant here. I'm trying to kind of peel for my team. Hilariously, Mr. Cow gets chicken and he says moo while he's been mowed, and then he ends up getting the kill. What a legend. So that went quite well for him despite getting mowed. So here I see that Vindicator uses his block. He's in his Alliance stance now. He swaps to Shiro, so I need to wait. Okay, he uses Reposing Shadows. I know he's vulnerable now, so I try to pressure him. But he does dodge my Bull's Charge. But I know for a fact that he's low, and yes, he is, so he dies because of that. Okay, the Guardian again here. I saw that he's now using his Renewed Focus. So he's going to have a fresh set of his virtues, but once he blows through them, he's going to have very little. So he blew his F2, F1... or sorry, F3, F1, and with that I can just CC him and chop him down. So nothing too crazy there. It's all about looking at your enemy and seeing what they're using and waiting until they've blown their big defensive cooldowns and baiting them out of the enemy. You know, you don't want to use your biggest hitting skills at the start. See, he gets his urn, and so I staff 4 to pull him while the urn is open, and that kind of makes it so that he cannot survive. So it's going really well for us, and just kind of looking around the map here. This build is something that will help you to get better at the game, because the damage is not free. You know, you can't just be casting skills randomly. You need to be keeping an eye out on the enemy, and it's just a fun build to play, man. It's so satisfying, and I find that this build kind of like generates clips. I'm never really like recording for a montage or whatever, but you get so many like 1v2s and outplays and things like that. But here comes a reverse outplay. The Rev comes to me and I think, okay, no problem, I can do this. But I get mowed, and man, I swear to you, that Moa like casted in half the time than what I'm used to. I think that he may have had quickness off something when he casted that, or maybe he was in stealth. I really don't know, but a little bit of a misplay there. I could have used balance stance or full counter there to survive, but instead I casted my heal and ended up dying. So I lose the 2v1, but I will have my revenge. I will have my revenge. Cap this node real quick, and I'm about to do something incredibly dumb. I see a down body, and I think I just like see blood, and so I just like charge in. Anyways, yeah, I die. It was not a smart thing to do. So just ignore that. Do me a favor, ignore that, please. And okay, skip past that respawn timer. At this point, we need to regain some control of the map. So I'm going to go towards home. And I see the enemy Rev is there. He runs away. I do have a teammate with me, but he's hanging back just a bit. Now, I see the Rev turn around as he goes around the corner, so I know he's going to come back. So here he comes, and I see that the Mesmer is there as well, so I don't want a repeat of last time, so I break line of sight. I'm trying to avoid the Mesmer's constant range damage. I also need to avoid that spear that the Rev just casted, so you don't want to let sort of the squishy ranged caster classes just sit back and do damage to you. So I aggress onto the enemy Mesmer here. And I'm quite sure that there's sort of a target on my head because I've got two teammates nearby, but I'm the one who's kind of catching all the damage here. Pull the Rev, but not the Mesmer. I wanted the Mesmer actually. And as you can see, I'm still getting shot in the back, even though somebody else is targeting this this Mesmer. So sometimes you're going to have sort of the target on your head, and you just need to kind of play around that and play a little bit more safely. Like, I could have charged in headlong into that 2v1, but instead I chose to hang back and break line of sight and chill around the corner so that I couldn't just get free casted upon. So we end up winning that fight, and coming into mid now, the enemy Rev is very outnumbered. He's in no man's land, so I wait until his dodge and hit the Bull's Charge on him. I'm getting packed from the back by the Mesmer again. He just kind of runs by me. He doesn't really want me. I could have probably aggressed in there and followed that up, but I chose to come around sort of the back to maybe get sort of a sneak attack on somebody. Let's see if it pays off. Looking for a target here. I see that the Mesmer's there, but he got stability. I wait for the stability to go down, and then I strike. Get the down on the Mesmer. And at this point, I need to be securing this down, this kill here. One teammate of mine goes down, but I go on the Rev. I probably could have played a little bit more closely to my team in this scenario, but I saw this Rev and I wanted this kill. He puts a spear. I just do a quick dodge when I see that coming towards me. And then just pull him. Little arcing slice. I've got the tether on him. And then I fat-fingered my greatsword to my 100 blades. Wait till the block is done. Wait till the dodge is done. And then arcing slice to finish him off. So that is good. Now, where do I choose to go? We go into far because there's a big team fight happening. I'm blinded and he's got stability, so I don't cast any skills on him. My blind finally wears off, so now I engage, but the Necro looks like a better target. He gets a hilariously timed stability, like frame perfect stability, just coming off of his shroud. Or maybe that was his elite elixir. Anyway, so here's something interesting, okay? Coming into mid now, the Rev is fighting my friend, and then the enemy Mesmer appears, and I think that he gets the kill on my teammate. So there he goes. There goes my teammate. And so now in this scenario, I'm in another 2v1 against the Mesmer and the Rev. And if you remember last time, they mowed me and then deleted me. So I want my revenge here. I dodged the Moa. I put the block of concrete between me and the Mesmer so that I don't get hit with the Moa. The Mesmer, as you can see, he's always going to be kind of going towards the back line to try and be getting his skills off from range. And so I don't let him do that. I get right on top of him. I don't really care about the Rev. He's salvation. He doesn't really do any damage. So I'm just staying on the Mesmer, Here he comes, and we get him. That's a nice clean 2v1 there. I was really satisfied with the way that played out. So we survive and win the outnumbered 2v1, and then from this point, my teammates all come off respawn, and they finish off the Rev. I have no need to jump in there. I can just sit here and cap my node. So that was a pretty nice play there, and a little bit of a lesson on how you can kind of survive those outnumbered scenarios, and you always want to be pressuring those squishy sort of ranged caster classes. Now here, this is like some sort of a bunker burn DH thing, you know, the sort of the epitome of fun builds in this game. I realize right about now that I do not have the cleanse to fight this, and I try to Bull's Charge away, but I don't detarget him, and so I Bull's Charge myself to my own demise. So big misplay. That's okay. It happens. I'm still learning. And that's pretty much the end of the game. All we need is a couple ticks off of one node. So I just run home and give it a quick cap. So big thanks to Kunaives for being in my video, having a little cameo. He's a great streamer. Everybody should go check him out and thank him on my behalf. Enjoying incorporating other creators and stuff into my videos and doing little collaborations. I find it tons of fun. So if anybody out there would like to do something like that, just hit me up. My Discord information is in the description. And yeah, so thanks very much for watching, guys. Looking forward to opening up the Discord, starting the guild up, getting all that done. I think it's going to be tons of fun. And yeah, thanks very much for watching, guys. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye.